ensemble better. I probably spent, I don't know, 10 minutes talking to myself there. I hadn't pressed the go live button. So I was in the middle of Kent Spong's stream, just chatting and doing stuff, actually doing this. And Fiona called me and she was like, I think we have a problem. There's a smell. But I'm trying to find something similar. And we're offline, are we? And we're back. Oh God, we're seeing yeah, there's probably drops in. I actually saw a flash on Streamlabs. That's a fresh boot, so it shouldn't be doing that. Anyway. Hey Leo, how are you doing? How are you doing? Okay, let me pull up another window. I just want to monitor this stream. The joys of streaming, it's just you're constantly sort of looking over your shoulder for the quality of the stream. Okay, yeah, we're live. Okay, I'll keep an eye on it. So, no terrible fire in the house tonight. No, crisis averted, thank God. Yeah, electrics don't scare me except when I'm sleeping. That's always the amount of time I've done an electrical job, and you wake up in the morning and you go, okay, we're still here every time. But they don't scare me, but they kind of do. But yeah, this one, it was actually something I installed as well, so I'm not entirely happy about that. I'll debrief all that in the morning. But at least now, I just put those domino connectors on it, just to terminate the wires, and it's good. It's just the hot water. It just means that we won't get any. We'll probably have a hot water in the morning because it's going to last until the morning. But I need to go to the shop tomorrow and get a new unit. And we need to put that behind the distortion. It's more of a fold than a saturate or an overdrive. Yeah, it's clearly a fold. We sort of get that resonant peak. Let's see that becomes too much. That's going to be... Yeah, I was going to say surprisingly soft and fuzzy. Yeah. It's way too much sub. You know, it's close enough for the purpose of a cover. You drilled out the lock on the Space Invader. Okay, realized the metal was landing on fresh dry log next to the gas cylinder. Oh, what? Oh, I see what you mean. Next, oh yeah, that happens. I've done that plenty of times. Just keep an eye on stuff, but it's nothing to panic about. The amount of times, like that's it, and to be honest, that's part of why I've been working on this shed all summer, is I want to move the woodworking stuff from anything sort of metalworking and away from the oil burner. Nothing has happened so far, but you know, it just takes one spark sometimes. So I made a mistake earlier. I tried to write that including the bounce, and then I realized that sort of bouncy feeling was caused by a very, very close and tight delay. So even... So we probably have nothing here. What's going on? So there's an issue with our reverb as well. Or delay, sorry. That's where... I think that note is there. I think that noise there. We got something happening here, which is just fills up the. You need metal work away from the wood. Yeah, or at least away from a main space. So by moving all my woodworking, and I'll probably work metal there as well, under the not under the walled area, but under the roofed area. But if anything happens, it's away from the house and away from the main shed. That's the idea behind it. Logs are going in the shelter. Just need to build it. Yeah. You need to sleep. I already started more. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm starting the stream really late for here, but I just want to stay awake for the next couple of hours and just keep an eye on that socket. Leo, if you don't know, I was made aware by Fiona of a burning smell, and it was a wire, electrical wire, slowly melting the plastic. So I just did a temporary fix, meaning I disconnected it and just put caps on it. But I just need to, just for the sake of it, that it's not something else higher in the circuit, although it wouldn't make sense. But you never know, and I just want to keep an eye on it. Something I don't like that. That delay is interesting. Why isn't right and left ping pong working? With the house. Okay, there's another unpleasant job. Even plumbers hate plumbing. I think we need. I think we're close enough. Okay, so something changes here, doesn't it? No, we got that bass note going. I've been doing this wrong. I've been doing this wrong. We got. Yeah. Something like that, isn't it? Doot, doot, doot. It's a different thing going on. This is why DeadmMau5 stuff is so freaking tricky, and it's not even that. That's what it is. Fucking idiot. It just goes to the octave. Oh, God. Yeah. That's it. You're officially back in poor. Thanks, Tommy. You're out with. Oh, so you were out getting plumbing supplies. Oh, okay. What plumbing job were you doing or getting done? Yeah, I see what I was doing wrong here. So we just say that this is done. Oh god, it's half of them are up in the octave and half of them aren't. Oh dear. Do, 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 do. Water softener is in water pressure regulator and low pressure water regulator is needed. Oh wow. Didn't know you had all these things. So softener, you have a water softener, pressure regulator, and a low pressure water regulator. Wow. Okay. This is the common late activity. Well, this week, last couple of days, it's been. I was joining the Ken Spong stream earlier, and Fiona alerted me to the smell of burning wire. So I went to fix that. I left the stream, went to fix that, and I thought I probably need to stay awake for a couple of hours, just keep an eye on it. It should be fine. I just capped the wires, and they're fine. the unit has a melted connector. It was the hot water timer unit. So I took that out, capped the wires with domino connectors, and I'll replace it tomorrow. But I just for sake of mine, I just want to keep an eye on things for a couple of hours. So while I was on Ken Spong stream, I started working on this DeadmMau5 cover, which is a tune called Polaris. We'll probably get demonetized or DMCA'd for that, but it's another strobe type like well, hello, no, DeadmMau5 Polaris. It's another kind of strobe type tune, 9 minutes long, and it's another one I'm going to midi in small sections over the weeks or months and work on it for a while. These covers take a lot of time. Oh, we have no audio. Hold on. Not a beautiful piece. And also I've had a few drinks, so I was brave enough to go live and stream. That's essentially what it is. I was surfing again today. I mean, there's the musical approach, but his choice of sound is so tastefully done. There's it's polyrhythmic, so it doesn't actually resolve necessarily on 4/4. That little riff, and then there's other stuff happening. So a lot of his tunes are like that, and it's such a delight to work on in this cover. You get the idea. I won't risk playing the entire tune. We're probably got the MCA'd anyway at this stage. But so this is the tune I'm working on. It's another strobe type of tune, and it's got that beautiful sort of you see, like there's nothing. It sounds like it's very repetitive and rhythmic, and it's not. Like there's nothing in this section here that actually repeats properly. So I think we're okay. There's one I want to verify. Hey, Pete Mouse, how are you doing? How are you doing? This is right up your alley, isn't it? You're a DeadmMau5 fan, aren't you, as well? Or at least you know of DeadmMau5.
The Cool Guy Club.
Leo, thank you very much for the sub. By the way, interestingly, I got an email today from Twitch saying they were lowering the payout from €100 to $100 to $50, and I don't know if it's every people on or affiliates on Twitch, but it's actually it's very cool because since they introduced their different sort of percentage rate, they keep a higher percentage now for themselves. Essentially, the payout was like every 2 or 3 months. By the time it reaches $100, so that's actually very much appreciated. it just means another sort of stream of regular income for stuff like Twitch, and it's actually a good incentive. And there you go. Like I'm streaming, but it's a good incentive for people to stream more regularly. Actually, to have the payout much lower. Anyway, but thank you very much for the gift to Pete Mouse. You're enjoying the French channel. Oh, cool. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And yeah, my French is very rusty as well at this stage. My English is very rusty as well. It's a weird position I find myself in because I've 2 languages, and both of them are very sort of rusty and stuttery, and I'm not happy about it, but this is the stage of my life where I'm at, so I'm just gonna roll with it. But yeah, it's a weird position to be in, where your own language is your mother tongue is sort of affected by another language that you've been speaking for longer than your own language. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. Your French is very Spanish. French isn't that difficult. It's I don't know. I do think French is very difficult. It's a lot more difficult than English, that's for sure. You're between 2 languages as well. There you go. Your girlfriend is from the States. You often, yeah, totally blanking in either languages. Yeah, that's what it is. It's not so much that you're super comfortable in either, but it so happens that you're blanking in both, and yeah, and it's a very uncomfortable position to be in, like, because you want to be able to communicate with people, and you find yourself not being able to communicate properly in either languages. It's very, very frustrating. So where was I? is that note coming from? What's going on here? Is it? Is it? Or is it just an echo, actually? I think it's going to be artistic interpretation here. For you, it's weird because you're to write an awful lot of reports, so it's pretty high up in spelling and grammar. Now it's a mess. Now, interestingly, writing, I'm still okay. No, that's not true, actually. I've always been bad at writing and grammar in French. But my English writing is, I think, pretty good, but it's just... my French, just I need a spell checking in French. That's essentially it. But I think it's pretty good. My writing form is quite good. It's just my speaking form, even in French. Why do you reset me back then? Actually, It's so hard to figure out when there's like an octave bounce and a delay on top of things, and then you resolve. Like here, you should be, but you resolve it to the next octave. Would you be able to enable auto translate on those YouTube videos? Does it seem to be disabled at the moment? It's not perfect, but it is something. It seems. Oh, I don't know. Actually, it shouldn't be disabled. I haven't disabled it, but it could be. It could be an issue with that channel. Only has, I think, like 150 or something like subscribers. So it could be a limitation on the channel itself. I know that like features get enabled as you grow, so that might be it. But I haven't disabled anything, or I'll have a look. To be honest, my even my French is so slurred sometimes that I don't think Google Translate would be able to recognize what I'm saying. But I think it's a YouTube feature of the channel, so it needs to be enabled as the channel grows. But I've just finished one today. It'll be released on Sunday, and it's mostly surfing, so that won't require much translation. It's been a great week for surfing. No. I need to go back here. there. I think that's just an octave thing here. That's what it is. Okay. We're getting closer to a riff that just is mental. So I don't think we have that bass here. Rrrr. There's a lot of harmonics and it's funny because it just the whole thing just sort of meanders for a while and then only finds its pace here. It's the last sort of riff happens here and then repeats, but it so much progression going on here, even though it looks similar, but it keeps. Okay, so. That's it, yeah. You're starting to get those 90s dance vibe. I'm sorry, it's very tedious, but it's just it's one of those things. It just you have to get it right. If you don't get it right on a DeadmMau5 cover, it's like not getting it just exactly right on a Turrican cover. People are gonna just slaughter you. So it starts by spending far more time than you want to spend on these little segments. So can we loop? You could argue there's no note here, but sort of hear it phantomly, so I think it's probably good to add it in the yeah, and I think it's actually yeah, I think we just need that sort of rhythmic Okay, I think we got it. I think we got it. In all its awkwardness. Okay, we got no. Hey, Fixato, how are you doing? How are you doing? You think it's going? Thank you very much. You're usually the most critical person in the stream of my sound quality, so I take that as a compliment. Thank you very much, dude. I think we have it. That's it. So I think we can loop from here, technically, and let's just see what it sounds like. It's got a jump here, like that just seems to reset it, but it doesn't. It's really, really clever, because it's like it just wants to resolve on 1, 2, 3 beats, and it keeps going, and then just resolves it on 2 bars. But just here. And then that happens over a few bars, and then you get that chord change. It's a super clever. this is why I wanted to do this first, and it's so tedious. But it's if you get it right, it's just suddenly you have the piece, you have a tune, because straight away. Brian Fu, how are you doing? Who's Brian Fu? Always curious about a new person. We'll get cowbell. We'll get cowbell, don't worry about that. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. Thank you. Fixato, hope you're okay. Said you're not doing great. Stuff going on, similar reef, but something else is happening. This is a slight change. Trying to find the time where it's changing. It's probably here. So. Whoa. So. So there's one key change, chord change here. I mean, it calls for a G, but... I need a break for a second. Am I planning on any deviation to the original, or are you going to try for an accurate cover first? Yeah, I always, it's like the strobe cover I did. DeadmMau5 strobe cover. I tried to go for very, very accurate note to note cover. And the reason is because I use so like very, very different instruments and very, very different sounds, and I try to reproduce the sounds, but I try to get close, but it's still not it just sounds different anyway. So because the sound itself is going to be so different, I try to go for a harmonic and rhythmic accurate covers. That it's usually my motto when it comes to these type of covers. And yeah, that's what I do. Unless the only time I sort of improvise is whenever it's a very, very tiny rhythmic pattern that lasts like 15 to 20 seconds, and then I try to expand on it, like some of the Mario map themes. but usually I try to stay as close as possible to the original, and that's part of it. That's just trying to figure out and decipher what's going on. Okay, I'm sorry, this is very loud. I'm really sorry. There you go. Okay, here we have. So here we're gonna have to just. Brain food. This is the only the first step in preparing a cover. Yeah. That's usually I try to if there's a MIDI available, I try to find it first, because why reinvent the wheel? And then usually what happens is I just double, triple, quadruple check the MIDI, and I find a few errors and I modify them. But I like to have a solid MIDI to work from, because one, I can't really read music, so I do everything from ear. And not that actually sheet music is just equally dodgy at times. I can read music, not very well. The few times I've tried to do it, I also find mistakes, and it's a battle between my own inadequacies reading music, and making mistakes reading it, and actual mistakes in the stuff. So it's easier for me. I've always done that. I can learn from here very quickly. So writing a MIDI is much easier for me, or deciphering from MIDI is much easier. Only a few errors. Yeah, there's always errors in MIDIs. And then or if like this, there's none available, or the ones, very few I've found available, weren't exactly up to scratch. I just make my own, and you can see why. Like, it just like the hook is that sort of bass line. It's that little arpeggio kind of thing going. So that's really the hook of the tune, and it's a two-part. You get the actual melodic line, and you get the bass line. So I'll probably do that on two separate instruments. So as I'm doing that, I'm trying to figure out as well how I'm going to do it. So I'm probably going to have mandolin and then and D-Bouzouki doing the bass line. And then from there, it just allows me to see a structure in the tune. So I'm probably going to color that something else, because it's a different melodic line from this. And then that's the first step, really. It's actually changing the volume actually helps figuring out stuff like that. That's not right. We got a different thing going on here. So it's just here, but we need to we need to acknowledge it. I don't know. Here I'm making it up because I actually can't quite hear it. So we got that here changing. It's a lot of graph. Fair play. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's 7 years doing it, nonstop. But yeah, it is a lot of work, but it's worth it, and it's the reason I think people appreciate that I stick to the spirit of the tune and don't. You don't want to take out the nature of the tune. Because these tunes are like, especially for video game music, people have a very, very particular understanding and vision of each and every single tune, and it's very important to be faithful to the spirit of the tune at the very least. So the instrumentation can be different, but you don't want to completely take out what actually made the tune the tune, if you know what I mean. And that's the hard part, that's just but it comes like you need to have it's just a respect thing. You need to respect the craft that the composer had, and respect the tune, and respect the understanding that people had for the tune. So even on games I haven't played myself, or I haven't played at the time, I try to spend some time trying to understand what the tune is about, and it's really important. So it repeats here. I think the hard part is a very fine line between not being boring, obvious as a cover, and being authentic. I found over the years that it's really down to not shoehorning your ego into it, and it's as a musician, it's the hardest thing to do. It really is, because you spend all that time, learning your instrument and learning your craft, and mastering all these, at least one instrument or a few, but and learning, the intricacy of things like that. You have a tendency to want to introduce stuff that you can do, that you know how to do, and you often see that in metal covers, very, very flashy, fancy stuff. And I think the trick, or at least that works for me and the channel, is not inserting my ego too much in it. So just because I can do something doesn't mean I will do it in that cover. So it's applying a lot of restraint when I'm playing and then when I'm doing some of the stuff, and applying a lot of it. So yeah, it's really down to not inserting my ego too much into it, and I think that's when if you get to the point where you can do that, I think that's when you can actually be faithful to the spirit of the tune, because now you're serving not yourself, but you're serving just a tune, just a composition. And it's a hard thing to do, and I think it takes time to as a musician to sort of extricate yourself out of that sort of ego mind. It's not a bad thing, it leads to very, very amazing musicians and performers, but for the sake of what I'm doing, I think it's the key. I could be wrong, like everything I say. I don't. See, I don't know what's going on here. Sounds like something like that, isn't it? That sounds better, doesn't it? Copy, paste. Hello. And there you go. Don't epic on this. This is the original. I'm just right. This is my part. I could add a kick. We'll add a kick just for the sake of having a kick, and then pretty much we pretty much have a tune. It is a killer, absolutely killer tune, though. I mean, for me, it's up there with Strobe. It really is. And Strobe, Polaris, and Forware is 3 tunes I want to do from DeadmMau5. And it just stops clean. I'm on the right hopefully this should take me less time than strobe. Strobe was tough because there was such a big harmonic intro, and then there was a lot of layers. I'm saying that this is going to be a pain in the ass as well, but strobe is. I wanted to do strobe first because that really was a tricky one. And you can see already in the structure here, it's far more straightforward. So we got little. Even better, we got that same motif just carrying on all through here. So we got just two motifs to learn. One of them is essentially a repeat of the first one. It's instead of resolving on that, you start on this. And then we get the same pattern. But it's just octave jumps. We should be okay. I think it's octave and fifth. Let's just, for the sake of having something, we'll put a kick. One of my own kicks that I did for a DeadmMau5 cover. It sounds so fucking lame. That's more it. Usually DeadmMau5 has two kicks. He starts with one that is very sort of low or weak, but has a very good transient. I mean, kicks are all transients really, but and then he continues. He brings in another sort of fuller one, and sometimes one that has a bass in it. Although I don't think he tunes his kick. I think he just adds a bass. You can hear it here. very weak kick. That's not like there's a bass coming in, obviously, but he pumps up the kick a little bit as well, and adds a bit of high in it, and just to. And his work on the drum section is really, really good because he introduces stuff. So here it sounds like it's all like repetitive, but it's just he builds it up, especially in the drum section, slowly. So you start from 2. Like the difference in the drum section between here and say here. Like there's like bongas, there's all the hi-hats, there's some of like a shaker on the snare, there's a snare and clap, there's a shaker on the snare as well. Yeah. But here I made a mistake of we're not exactly on the beat. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It should be here. We're here. Okay. And again, it's just for the sake of having markers. Like none of this is going to be obviously in my final cover. It's just markers for me to have a reference point. So usually, and that's what I was talking about yesterday, I do a sort of VST hybrid cover, and then I record stuff over. I only started doing that about 2 years ago. Yeah, apparently the stream is dropping. Not sure why. Yeah, I think it's a Twitch issue because I'm not seeing any problem on Streamlabs side. and even Streamlabs isn't telling me that it's restarting or anything like that. So I think it's just a Twitch issue. Yeah. Anyway, folks, I'm probably going to end it here. I've got the important part done, which is this, which was the tricky part. Always is in DeadmMau5's covers or DeadmMau5's tunes. The rest is just chord texturing and sound crafting. Which I might do in another stream. This is going to be a long sort of term cover. So I might go back. I might just drop that for a couple of weeks or more and come back to it with fresh ears and just try something else and work on specifically another part. So I might do the lead, that sort of do 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 do, and then leave it for another week or two or something like that. I might as well just try and craft as much as the rhythmic section as I can that way, and then I can just re-record it clean with actual instruments afterwards. Might do that. What a piece though. The other one I want to do is Fourware, which is another DeadmMau5. Which is just equally just mad tune.
With Google Local Services ads, you only pay when potential customers get in touch. Connect with more local customers today.
Come on. You can hear it already. Mad resolution on the figuring out the bass on this is going to be a trick. Anyway, you get the idea, and still not DMC acclaims. So I might just disable that replay. I probably won't upload that to the YouTube channel because we'll get demonetized. Really, oh, it's not monetized actually, but we'll get a claim on it. Actually, I'll try to upload it anyway. We'll see if we get a claim. We get a claim. You've seen a technique where somebody made the bass an octave up. Yeah, no, I do that. I do that as well. If I'm having a hard time figuring out a couple of notes on the bass, I'll just shift everything an octave, and suddenly you can hear it a lot clearer. So it does help to some extent. Sometimes it's just too noisy to figure out. But yeah, that's it's a well-known technique for stuff like that. It helps. It really helps. Low notes are tougher to figure out than high notes or mid notes in general. Anyway, folks, have a good night. Thank you for watching, whoever's left in the stream, and I'll talk to you hopefully for Banjo Radio tomorrow. I'll see if I can. I'm not sure I'll be able to stream Banjo Radio. Anyway, have a good night, rest of your day, whatever, and I'll talk to you soon.